Welcome to the channel, everyone. Today we're going to be doing a video on the Camaro here, and I've got to do some backtracking on the videos. After I lost my dog, I kind of stopped doing the videos, so I've got to backtrack to when shortly after I got this thing completely assembled. And I had planned to do videos and stuff, and like I said, after my dog died, I didn't get to do that. But had some issues with the first, actually the first drive of this thing after it was assembled, and that's where the videos are gonna start. Well, first shakedown run didn't go too well, guys. Car was popping pretty bad. At first it run real good. Then it started popping on the way back. Almost like the ignition wasn't firing all the time or something. Now I let the car sit out there, and I was gonna pull it in the shop to do a few things. And she's dead in the water now. It won't fire up. So right now I'm waiting for help to either push this thing in the shop, or I'd like to stick a spark plug on there and crank it, see if we got spark. Can't really tell if we got fuel. I have to probably get a light, look down in there, see if the carburetor's spraying fuel or whatever. That's kind of why I like those clear fuel filters. You can actually see, you know, if you have fuel there or not. But yeah, that's not good for the first shakedown run. Well, you can see the car made it in the shop. We were actually able to get it to fire up last night. Had to push it in the shop, but it did fire up. Not really sure where to go with this. I'm going to try a few things. I'm going to try to lean out the idle on that carburetor. I think my distributor might be on the wrong port. I think it's on the full vacuum port. It might need to be on the other one for the timed vacuum. That might have been causing a really rich condition at idle, which may have fouled out the plugs, because this thing's been basically idling. We couldn't really drive it anywhere for 2 years. I think the first start video was about 2 years ago. So it's been kind of basically idling and revving up a little bit for 2 years. So I'm going to get some fresh plugs in here. I'm going to try to do some adjustments on that carburetor, like I said, and we'll see how this goes. Yeah, this car is fighting tooth and nail to be able to drive this thing. Oh yeah, and another issue, I can't really do anything, no testing, because the brand new proportioning valve decided to take a crap last night while we were messing with it. There's a little deal up here, and it's like a relief thing or something. But anyway, every time you push a brake, fluid flies out of the hole right there on the top. So I've got another one of those. That was not, I don't think that was a cheapie. I think that was a $50 proportioning valve. I got a $100 one on the way next day. Hopefully it'll be here tomorrow, and we'll get the brake thing figured out. And then I gotta pull all the lines out, rebleed the whole system. So that's gonna be fun. Oh, fun. The joys of hot rodding, guys. So here are the spark plugs from the Camaro. And you can see some of them are pretty wet even yet. They've been sitting out for a little while. But yeah, they're just, I think idling rich for 2 years. I think 2 years ago I did the first start on this motor. So yeah, that's 2 years of idling with a big 750 carb. Probably not a good thing. So okay, so just finished up changing the plugs on this. It ain't too bad. Those Hedman headers are decent. Driver's side, always a pain. You got your brake stuff in the way. This side's a little easier. Maybe because I'm right-handed. Maybe this side. Maybe that's why this side's a little easier. This side had a little trouble. I needed a spark plug socket to get that one there, and this one here was really a pain. Ended up using my Craftsman here, this little special tool where it allowed the spark plug to come through. It's pretty neat. I've used this a few times, and it really saved my butt today. I actually had to take out that one and then tighten this one because I was actually underneath the headers to get it to tighten up. So yeah, one of those tools that just saved my butt. Luckily, I'm glad I had it. They're in there. A spark plug change, not much to it. I always start them by hand so I don't cross thread them. You gotta, cinch them down. I think there's a torque rating. Good luck getting a torque wrench into some of those. Most of them you can't do it. You want to snug them down, but you don't want them so tight that you break them off or something in there. That would be really bad. Little anti-seize on the threads, a little bit of anti-seize on the threads. Pretty much that's all it is to a spark plug change. I always put a little dielectric grease on the boot that goes on the spark plug. Helps it slide on a little easier because sometimes they're hard to snap on. Also is going to keep moisture and stuff out of there. It's going to seal it up real nice. But anyway, I guess I'm going to fire this thing up, see how she idles, I guess. Okay, so the car running real good with the new spark plugs, real good. Yeah, I just think 2 years of idling with that big 750 carb, just too much for them spark plugs. So now I got to get the brakes fixed. I do have a new proportioning valve. This one does not have the hole right there. There's a hole right there on the old one that's leaking. This one does not have any hole. Actually looks like this end piece screws on. That piece looks like it's like one piece. It's just it's one piece. This don't screw on. So hopefully I paid twice as much for this one. So hopefully it's a better one. So I got to make a mess, get all my lines off. Then I gotta re-bleed all the brakes. So yeah, this ain't gonna be real fun, but gotta get it done so we can keep tuning on the car, so we can drive this thing reliably whenever we want. Okay, so I've got the new proportioning valve in place, and I don't believe it's leaking. It looks a little wet right there on that one fitting there, but I think that's just leftover brake fluid from when I unscrewed it. I got the brakes all bled, so should be ready for another test ride. Hopefully it goes much better than the first one. I got the proportioning valve out. I can show you a little better. The one I got is exactly the same as this, except for it doesn't have that right there, that black thing. Now that wasn't rusty. That wasn't rusty until it started leaking. And then once it got, it must be bare metal. Once it got that brake fluid on there, it rusted. But yeah, I don't know what that's doing there. The other one don't have that, so that's a good thing. It was actually spraying out of there, and if that would have went bad, like going down the road, engine hot, and sprayed all over the headers or something, could have started the car on fire. I'm glad the new one doesn't have that. This one, I forget what brand this was. I did get it from Summit Racing, but the new one is a Magatti's, and it was quite a bit more money for that one. But yeah, it's installed, and good thing I guess about doing everything myself. I know how that comes off, so it was a fairly easy swap. Just took some time that I don't have. Okay, so one more thing I want to check before I take it off the hoist here. We've got no speedo on this thing, and Dad says he's pretty sure the speedo worked before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise it up. I'm going to look on the, actually I'm going to pull it off the transmission, and I'm going to put a electric drill on it, and I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to see if the speedo works on here. So I need to know what's going on, if it's the transmission side or if it's the speedo not working. Something ain't working because we're not getting the speedo. So I'm going to raise this thing back up. I'm going to unhook it from the transmission. We've got the Tremec 5-speed in this, so it's supposed to have an adapter for the GM speedo cable, but maybe something went wrong with the gear in there. I don't know. I got to take it apart, and I'll show you what I find. Okay, so we're under the car there, and there's the speedo. You can see it is hooked up. So I got to pull it out. I've had to I curbed it a little more than I'd like to, but I can't have it on the exhaust, so hopefully that isn't the problem. But yeah, I got to unscrew. I need 2 hands. I got to get it off, put a drill on it, see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to point you guys at the Speedo. I'm going to go under there. I can't really see it myself, so I'll have to go back and look at the footage, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm not sure what you saw, but I believe I saw it moving a little bit, and then I was kind of spinning it, and it wasn't really doing anything, and I actually had to push the cable like in farther. So I don't know what the deal is there, but just fired it up on the hoist here and just let it out of gear, first gear. It was moving up, the speedometer, it was working, so hopefully pushing that little cable in farther caught the Speedo cable. Hopefully, I don't know what the deal was there, but I think I got it working. So yeah, I guess, like I said, we're ready for another test run. Hopefully everything goes a lot better than the first one. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that little video of the Camaro, trying to get you caught up on what exactly happened after I got it assembled. Got the car assembled after paint. So yeah, we've got, I think we've got everything adjusted as good as it's gonna get right now. Adjusted the distributor, carburetor, got the Speedo working now. So yeah, we'll have some more on this car later on, but just trying to get you caught up to where we are now. So like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you.